Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, P Street Garage. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a brake job on my Tacoma. And this is going to be the first time using my new building. The building is complete, like you probably saw in previous videos. There's still no electrical, so there's no lights, there's no power, nothing yet. I'm still waiting for my electrician, but on a nice sunny day like this, I'll bring the Tacoma inside and we'll leave the door open, and I'll try to change these front pads and rotors. It was identified in my motor vehicle inspection that I needed brakes, so let's take a look at those. Here's the truck inside. Plenty of room, as you can see. I've already got all my junk moved in here. Pay no attention to that, it's temporary. Again, no power, but I think there's enough daylight that I can manage in here like this with the door open. And these are the brakes I got. So pads and rotors. I got these off of Amazon. And a buddy of mine that has a Tacoma kind of put me on to these. They're drilled and slotted. Kind of look a little bit fancy, but I mean, they're from Auto Shack. I don't know if they're any good or if they just really look good. They look fancy, and the price for these, what did I pay for these? I forget the exact amount, but it was the same price as the cheapest set on rockauto.com. So same money as the cheapest set. The Rock Auto cheap set would have been cheaper, but with shipping to Canada, that jacked that because this stuff is heavy. So with shipping, it came out to the exact same price. In fact, I think these were a couple dollars cheaper. And of course, Amazon, free shipping. So again, drilled and slotted. They seem really fancy, but I mean, I don't know. Quality-wise, I don't know. Maybe they just look fancy. Anyway, those are the rotors. Set of pads up there. Let's lift the front end of this truck up, get some jack stands, and see what we got. Okay, so I got my wheel off, and yeah, the rotors don't look that great, and the pads are certainly worn down, so good call on their part. And while I'm in here, I had installed these years ago, and I'm going to try to remove them, see if it makes any difference. Once I do my brakes, I got to bring the vehicle back in to finalize the inspection, and I think they said I could use an alignment. So the truck does have a slight shimmy in the front. It has a shimmy throughout, very slight, but I'm going to try removing this. I mean, I could always put them back on, see if it makes a difference. So let's get this caliper off and get the new pads in. Alrighty, well, this is a first for me. This is the first time I ever do my brakes on this truck, and I was trying to take the entire caliper off, as I normally like to do. And this bolt here, I don't know if you can see that. Where am I pointing to? This and this. I've had the impact on here. I've tried everything. Hammer. I can't budge these. So I could just slip the pads out, but because I wanted to replace the rotor, I figured this whole thing would have to come off. So I took out this bolt here and this bolt. Two on the bottom, two on the top, and there they are right there. And I've loosened the bracket because I was really hoping to pop this entire caliper off, but I've just discovered that this caliper, it looks like it separates. And like I said, I'm no auto mechanic, as you know. I love tinkering, and I normally like doing my own brakes. What do we got here? Just water, I hope. Probably fluid. But no, that's fluid. Yeah, this is a first for me. This is split in the middle, so I'm learning here. So now I got, looks like brake fluid, and this is probably normal, but because I just have never done brakes on one of these, I guess I'm gonna find out. I think I'm gonna pull these pins out and try to separate this off. See if I can get this rotor off. All learning. Okay. All right. Well, I got the rotor pried off, and that was on there pretty good. So, this is not how you do a brake job on a Tacoma. This is what you do when your bolts are seized on and two extensions won't take it off, or your Milwaukee impact. Gosh, it must have been original. So this truck has 160,000 kilometers. That's 100,000 miles. So yeah, it would definitely do, if not overdue. So that's good. Now, the good news is these pistons went back in like butter, so that's good. So now I got to get rid of all this darn fluid and clean this up a little bit, recompress this one, and I do have there's a tiny little rubber O-ring in here that had fallen out, but there it is. So, and I believe that's the only place, it's where the fluid comes through. This one here, because when you press on this, that's where the pressure comes out. So anyway, well, we'll get all new fluid, which is a good thing, I guess, but certainly not planned. And when I do the other side, see, there's the back of them bolts that won't budge. They will not budge. But that's Nova Scotia. That's Eastern Canada. That's our climate. That's why you got to put this much undercoating on your frame so that your truck doesn't break in two. Yeah, all right. Let me get this cleaned up. I'll put the pads back in, recompress this one, hopefully, clean these pins up, and get this back together. And cross my fingers that the other side goes way better. Okay, well, there's my slotted rotor in place. And for the ongoing debate for the direction, I went online. The consensus was the lines point towards the rear. And of course, there was some conflicting information. Also a lot to do with if these vanes are angled or not. Mine are straight. So according to the internet, it wouldn't matter. But then I took a closer look around the edge. This one has an L. So the internet was mostly right, but when in doubt, if it says left, it's going to go on the left side. They happen to be pointing this way, so that gives me a good feeling that they're on right. Nice new pads, lots of meat on there. I got this one slid into place. Now I'm going to pick up my other half of the rotor, sandwich this in place with the O-ring, and then hope that I didn't disturb this too much and that everything seals back up. And yeah, there's really not much to it. It would be a very easy job if I could have got those two bottom bolts off, but is what it is. All right, let's throw this back together. All right, well, I got both sides done, and it's all good. This one was a bit of a can of worms. We've made a total mess in the new garage, but that's okay. We've christened it, and I'm a messy worker anyway. I'm okay with it. I will clean up. Now, the passenger side, I was able to get those caliper bolts on the inside, so I popped those off. The passenger side, I mean, this probably took 10 minutes, whereas on this side I was here for an hour. Just had to split the caliper and put it back together and everything else, but yeah, I'm all done. I got everything bled down, topped everything up with some some .3. Now I've just opened all the bleeders on all 4 wheels I'm going to do a little bit of a gravity bleed, and going to clean up this mess and put my wheels back on, and call this one done. So thanks for watching. A little Tacoma front pads and rotors. First job in the new garage. She's christened. That's good. That's good. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you in the next video.